Welcome back. Hello, glad to be here. Covering again today, what do you think? Thanks for being my study buddy. You know, it's good to have a study buddy. It's really what we're doing here is a book club. So this book is called Abraham Hicks, that's the author, Money and the Law of Attraction. So they wrote this book called Money and the Law of Attraction and then made it an audiobook, which I really enjoy. I like listening to it. So I've been listening to it chapter by chapter and writing down what I'm listening to with the idea of tuning myself to their message. And then I enjoy reading to you their message that I wrote down word for word and then my take on it. So let's find out what Abraham had to say today. And it's no surprise, here they come again with the same message that I'm very thankful to hear, because this is the message that I choose to send myself. This is the message I choose to remember. Guess what the title of the chapter was today? Nothing is more important than that I feel good. Right? Hasn't that been the predominant message here? Nothing is more important than that I feel good. Starting each day with making feeling good number one. Making that my predominant intent throughout the day. Understanding that my feeling, that good feeling is guidance. Alerting me that when I'm feeling good, I am vibrating in harmony, in sync with my higher self, with my inner being, and with everything that I desire. When I'm feeling good, that is my indicator that I'm attracting to me a scene, a life experience, circumstance, events, rendezvous that are going to be very pleasing to me when they get here. So it's helpful to know what our feelings are. Let's hear what Abraham had to say today. This is what I wrote down of their message. They say, becoming more deliberate about the things you think is not a difficult thing. Okay, I choose to be a deliberate thinker. It's not difficult. You're often particular about what you eat or the vehicle you drive or the clothes you wear. This one always helps me. This is a very helpful message to me because I'm very particular about what I eat, right? I read the labels. I will only put certain things in my mouth, but what am I putting in my mind? And Abraham goes on to really give me a good lesson today. That's good. Good job, Mary. Good job paying attention to what I ingest. But it's not more important than what I'm thinking. And it doesn't take more of a toll on my physical body. Why am I so particular about what I ingest? Because I believe that you are what you eat and that what I put in my body, I become, and it matters. It makes a difference in my health and well-being. And the message I heard today in Abraham is that negative thinking takes more of a toll on my physical body. That takes the highest toll on my physical body. Now, if I could get both going, and I believe that great nutrition is going to help me have a positive attitude and think positive, but it's not more important. So here they go on to say, being a deliberate thinker does not require much more deliberate discrimination than that. It doesn't require much more deliberate discrimination than being conscious of what I eat, the car I drive, or what I wear. But learning to deliberately direct your thoughts toward the aspect of the subject that feels best to you will have a much greater impact on the improvement of your life than the choosing of a meal or a vehicle or clothing. It's kind of funny, right? But isn't that what goes on? Is most of my life I've been much more paying attention to what I wear, the shoe I wear, the clothing I wear, what I eat, than my thought I'm thinking. That is number one. Why? Because the thought I'm thinking is what's causing me to vibrate, and here I am oscillating at a particular frequency, and that frequency that I'm vibrating is causing myself to attract to me through law of attraction, the most powerful law in the universe, scenes, circumstances, events, life experiences. And because it takes time for them to get here, it causes this illusion that that's not even happening. And how am I even getting what I'm getting? And someone else must be responsible. I wouldn't do this to me. Someone else must have done it. But that's what this message here is keeps repeating to me is I did this. Everything in my life, I did this. My past self did this. My vibration weeks ago, days ago, months ago, who knows how long in the past, I'm pretty sure that, did this. And what matters is right now, how am I responding to the current circumstance, which was created, vibrated, present to me by my past self. Abraham says, once you hear these words and feel your own personal resonance with their meaning and power, you'll never again feel negative emotion without realizing You are receiving important guidance to assist you in guiding your thoughts in more productive and beneficial direction. I like their point about this, that when I become good at selectively sifting through my current reality, right? The current reality has components of it that are positive and components that are negative. And even in one thing, it's not even that it's negative or positive, it's the way I'm looking at it that's defining it as negative or positive. And their message is, find a way to look at it that's positive. Whatever it may be, find a way to look at it that feels a little bit better. Because when I train myself towards that good feeling and looking at whatever is current in my life and find a good feeling, find the best aspects of it, now I'm training my vibration upward. Understand that when you feel negative emotion, it means you are in the process of attracting something unwanted. Very helpful to remember. When I feel negative emotion, when I got that knot in my stomach or that nervous feeling or I'm crying or angry, what does it mean? And the myth is that it means often someone else needs to change. It's someone else's fault. And if they would only act different, then I wouldn't feel this way. So until they change, I'm gonna feel this way. And it's very powerless because I can't change them. I've tried, haven't we? Haven't we tried that method? And I'm here today to say, let's try something new. I'm choosing to try something new. To try something like, I did this. Take responsibility. I did this. Whatever it is, just try it. Just stand in and say, I did this. Now, okay, I did this. Now, what am I gonna do now? Because whatever's currently happening isn't gonna change current in the moment, but I can change the way I'm looking at it. And if I'm feeling negative emotion while I'm looking at the current circumstance, what Abraham is saying is, remember, when I'm feeling negative emotion, when I'm looking at the current circumstance, or I'm thinking about something or whatever I'm doing, if I'm feeling negative emotion, I am in the process of attracting something unwanted. I am a magnet. We are a magnet, attracting to us the essence of whatever we're thinking about. And so if I'm feeling negative emotion, that's letting me know my magnet is attracting something I am not going to like. Really helpful to know, man. What great news too. We have this guidance, emotion, pretty neat. A significant thing is happening to you when you're coming into conscious awareness of your emotions and the guidance that they provide. Isn't it an exciting time, coming into conscious awareness of our emotions and the guidance that they provide? Because even in your ignorance of the negative emotion, you were still negatively attracting. Even when I didn't know what was going on, that's something about these laws, isn't it? Something I'm coming to know is the law is the law. Regardless if I'm aware of it or I'm operating within it, it's still working in my life. These are universal laws. So the law of attraction is always on, and I'm always attracting that which I'm vibrating, right? Now, remembering there's a time gap. This is an important part of it, because the time gap is what causes this illusion that things are happening to me instead of because of me. So when I understand what negative emotion is, because even when I didn't know what negative emotion was, I was still negatively attracting when I was feeling negative emotion. So it's very significant and an exciting time to be coming to understand what our emotion is. So understanding your emotion now gives you control of your life experience. You know, when they say that, I imagine myself in a game and steering, right? I'm steering in the game, like a video game. And how am I controlling the experience in the game? The steering in the game is in my thinking. It's in the navigation of my mind, of my thoughts, of the direction of my thought. And finding within anything the positive aspects. Train myself to say, okay, I did this, take responsibility, step up, take responsibility. I did this. Now, I'm gonna make peace with the fact that I did this. There was my past self that created this current experience. And what is there to work with? What do I have to work with in here? And it's a lot easier to say right here than it is in the midst of the experience. And that's why to say it right here and keep reminding myself, so that when I'm in the midst of what seems like a negative experience, I'll step up and run my plays. And then here's the play in the Master's Playbook is, okay, I did this. This is my past thought, my past vibration created my current experience. Now I'm gonna make peace with it. I am where I am. And so let me be at peace with where I am, because that's how I'm gonna be in the power place to be able to change it. When I'm at peace, it means my vibration is in a place of attracting something better in the future. And then find, what do I have to work with? What are the positive aspects? Do you have it? Did you get it? Are you doing it? I'm doing it, and I'm excited about it. My book of positive aspects. I've been writing in this book every day for 22 days, and I'm writing the day on it to keep track, to show myself, all right, let's try it. And what I'm seeing through doing it so far, I don't have much of a sample size, 22 days, but what I am seeing is it's getting easier to find the positive aspects. And each page of my notebook is about 30 lines, right? So I have to fill one page a day in order for it to count, to keep my streak alive. And so I'm writing about 30 things. Sometimes it takes more than one line. Positive aspects. And I'm understanding what they're saying about training my vibration higher, training myself to look for positive aspects. What a great discipline. Very excited about it. All right, let's finish up here. Let's see how our time is. Oops, I'm over. Oh well. Going over today. All right. I got 5 stars by this, so we better cover it. When you're feeling less than good, if you will stop and say, nothing is more important than that I feel good. I want to find a reason now to feel good. When you're feeling less than good, stop and say, nothing is more important than that I feel good. I want to find a reason now to feel good. You will find an improved thought, which will lead to another and another. And as you develop the habit of looking for good feeling thoughts, the circumstances that surround you must improve. Law of attraction demands it. When you feel good, you experience the sensation of doors opening as the universe is cooperating with you. When you feel bad, it feels as if doors are closing and the cooperation stops. Anytime you feel negative emotion, you are in the mode of resisting something you desire. Very helpful to remember. When I'm feeling negative emotion, I'm in the mode of resisting something I desire. Well, I don't want to resist something I desire. I choose for doors to open. When I'm feeling good, doors are opening. When I'm feeling bad, doors are closing. But it's okay, because I can just go ahead in the moment and say, nothing is more important than that I feel good, and find something in the moment to feel good about. And it might be simply the recognition that I did this. My past self vibrated at the frequency, sent me this package of my life experience today. And that's okay. It's okay. Forgive myself in the past for sending myself whatever I might be perceiving in the moment as something I don't choose. And then look within it to find the seed of a treasure in it. Find it. There's something in there. There's something in there. And if I'm not able to find it, find some general good feeling thought like, you know what, things always work out for me. And I bet you this is going to work out for me too. There's something in this that is for me. Something for me. Anytime you feel negative emotion, you are in the mode of resisting something you desire. And that resistance takes its toll on you. I put 7 stars by this because it just was more than 5. That resistance of the negative emotion takes its toll on you. It takes the toll on your physical body, and it takes the toll on the wonderful things you're allowing to come into your experience. That goes back again to where we started today, which is being aware of what I'm thinking, as conscious as I am of what I'm thinking, as I am of what I'm eating. Why am I conscious of what I'm eating? Because I believe if I am not, it takes a toll on my physical body. But the message I'm getting here from Abraham is, well, that's good, but what I'm thinking, that resistance is taking its toll on my physical body. And it's taking its toll on all those wonderful things that I could be allowing into my experience if I just get in the game and make peace with where I am and start here. Understand this is going to take practice, but it's a process. And if I get in the game and decide I'm going to start practicing to find the positive aspects, practice daily, making peace with where I am. And then what do I have to work with? What are the positive aspects of my experience? All right, people, such a joy. You know it is. Go ahead. Thump the thymus, baby. What do you say, thymus thumpers?